Welcome, welcome, y'all. What's going on, guys? Probably a long. Yeah. Do want to say thank you guys for tuning in, man. I do appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yo, what's up with Man United losing to Ruben Amorim, bro? Huh? On chat. What's up with that? How is Ruben Amorim losing, guys? Anyway, I'm just gonna wait for a lot more people to tune in, and then we will begin. I'll wait for a lot more people to tune in, and we will begin. I do want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here. There's a lot. There's gonna be a long stream. We are probably gonna watch like at least one episode of the Mourinho doc. That's what I want us to do. We'll probably watch one episode of the Mourinho doc, and then we'll see where we go from there. But before I get into the Mourinho doc, I do want to talk about Chelsea versus Real Sociedad. Let's see what else is there for us to say. What we think, how the game went. What we think is going to be a little bit of is a little bit of lapses going on. Is there some little concerns that we should talk about that we feel like is not happening? I want to see if that's probably live. Not live yet. Not able to the live reaction. Like what about Enzo Fernandez? Is Enzo Fernandez deciding that he wanna stay? That is one of the things that matters so much, right? Is Enzo Fernandez has he decided that he will stay? It's one of the things that, I do worry about. Hey, what's going on, mid Rob? Sorry. How am I not getting no updates from the chat? Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting an update from the chat, bro. Hey, mid Rob. Wow, you finished book 17? How long did it take? Oh, I gotta log in. I don't have a TikTok account, mid Rob. I gotta log in. No, I haven't made an account yet. Oh, you also read some yesterday. Okay. Yeah, there's a shame then. Yeah, I know. It's like, what the hell? I know, I hear you. Yeah, it's like, what the hell? No. Yeah, but look, they said that it's something uncomfortable, bro. It's probably some Mushoko Tensei thing. Well, you know how crazy it is when Mushoko, like, to watch a Mushoko Tensei video, like they're saying that, bro, this shit is not something that you should watch. Like, imagine that, bro. Like Mushoku Tensei. Oh, it's not really. Oh, okay. I thought it was. I thought it was. It's not no weird stuff though, right? You're not making me watch no weird stuff, are you? It was weird as fuck. Yo, Midrob, how the hell you gonna send me shit that is weird as fuck, man? Like, what the hell is that about, brother? Huh? 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 Hey, you guys thought I bought my first manga? Bro, I gotta do a manga review collection, bro. I gotta do a manga review collection, like shows all the manga that I have and put it behind me. I've been, it's so much I gotta do. Oh, it's comedy. Oh, it's comedy. Is there a way you could show it to me? Like, is it something? Oh, it's always TikTok. Yeah, you're a TikTok guy. I was just wondering, maybe like we will see it somewhere else on YouTube. But it's fine. I see how it is. By the way, how you liking the novel, bro? Keep in mind when you are reading the book, when you are reading the book of Mushoku Tensei, you are reading it because you are loving it. It's pretty good, right? You're not gonna read something that is just mid. You feel me? Like one of my favorite books that I have read was The Chronicle of Narnia, bro. The Chronicles of Narnia. Anime is still better, but I just like the story. Well, anime is better because it brings the book to life. That's why. The anime brings the books to life. And obviously the story is there as well from the novel, right? But you're talking about the soundtracks and the what else you call it, man? Fucking what the fuck else was it? The story direction, the voice acting, right? Like you're reading, you're reading a quote, you're reading a phrase that is said in quote, right? Well, like, oh, Rudius is sad or emotional about something, right? And you are reading it. You can imagine, right? It says like, right, like like the book will be like, oh, Rudius says as he is saddened by this, and you are reading a quote from Rudius, but he's sad while he's saying it. The voice acting will bring that quote to life, right? It's like a speech. There are always great speeches in books, but anime or live action, they bring it to life. That's just the beauty about it. After like five slice of life episode, Sugar Tensei finally is going to go. Yeah, I think there was a trailer. I think there was a trailer about Mushoku Tensei that just came out, right? I think a part two of this of season three, correct? I think a trailer came out. I think it's part two of season three. I might be wrong. Yeah, see, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. I mean, look, you're loving it. You are loving it. And that is the most important thing to say. That is the best part about it. It's not part two yet. Oh, okay. So there's more episodes coming of season three. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. By the way, guys on YouTube, welcome, welcome, man. I was waiting for you guys on YouTube to pull up. If people are still here, um, here's a trailer of the incoming episodes. Okay, there you go. You really gotta get on it. Anytime, anytime. Like I said, Mushoku. I look, you and Viking, you guys are liking Mushoku Tensei, no doubt about it. You guys are loving it. The thing is just like I said, is not something I'm eager to get on, right? Like both of you guys like it doesn't mean it's something that I am excited about. You feel me? But like I said, anytime I will get to it, don't get me wrong, I will check it out. In due time, I will check out how good this anime is. And I know it's good because everyone is talking about it. But is everyone talking about it because of how weird it is? Or everyone's talking about it because of how good it is, right? It's like Game of Thrones. Both things can be true. The same thing with Mishoku Tensei. In Game of Thrones, when Game of Thrones was coming out weekly, season by season, right? Before we got that disastrous season 8, well, at least in the first 4 to 5 seasons, Game of Thrones was talked about how good it was, but it was also talked about how weird it was. You had the brothers and sisters fucking each other, bro. Game of Thrones, twins, twins. Has anyone in the chat watched Game of Thrones? Right? But like I said, we get there when we get there, man. For now, I do want to talk. There are two things I do want to talk about, especially for this stream. And then later on, we'll talk more about into anime. Okay, we'll finish up Steins Gate. Maybe get into the season two of Steins Gate. Get into season three of Danmachi. But what I do want to talk about, chat, is I want to talk about Chelsea versus Sociedad. I want to talk about what do people think about the game. Do people enjoy the game? Well, like, what do you think was wrong, what went right in the first half, the second half, right? And I do want to jump into that as soon as possible. But before that, let's see if there is, let's see if there's a press conference. Let's see if there's a post-match review. Chaos Breaker? What is Chaos Breaker? Okay, right. So for now, oh yeah, that's right. Chaos Breaker is Penguin's flying fortress. Flying fortress? For, for
Shabby, first
Jesus.
of all, welcome to Stamford Bridge. How was that for you today?
I was kind
By
of
the way,
emotional.
this is Jabi Alonso first game in the Stamford Bridge, right? This is Jabi Alonso first ever his game in the Stamford Bridge. So this is having his first win in the Stamford Bridge. It always means something, you know. It's a big deal. It means a lot, and it's really nice to see that. It's nice to see Jabi Alonso having his first win at the Stamford Bridge.
Emotional as well to feel first time in the new home. A great reception from the supporters to the team, to everyone, to the new staff, and myself as well. So delighted, and it was great to have all the team together. Some of them after 3 days said that they could play for 60 minutes. It was the last test, and now we'll have the whole week to prepare for Fulham. But it was good feeling in the stadium.
Certainly was a good feeling, great atmosphere, and they were singing your name already. What did that mean to you?
Now it's we want to create good connection and to have that support. We want to give them good football, so they will give us energy. So we connect, and we have a good atmosphere and good energy here in the stadium. Will be a massive boot for the team.
And a good win.
Back, man, you could just see how you see the stadium right behind him, bro. Javi Alonso in the flesh. The fans are seeing him in the flesh. You know, I would really wish I could come out here and check out the games, and that's exactly what we're seeing, man. This is a beautiful thing. This is beautiful what we're seeing from
Today, how
Javi
pleased were you
Alonso
with the
and the
performance?
fans.
It was a very good last preparation game with some players. It was the first one and the last one, and the opponent as well. This for my hometown team, so it was good to catch up with some of them, and but especially for us, some good things, other things that we can improve. But it's normal at this
This
moment for.
guy is Spanish, by the way. You know one thing about football players and football people who are involved in the sport of football? It's like you just gotta speak more than one fucking language, bro. This guy is a Spaniard, right? He played in the English Premier League when he was playing for Liverpool. I don't know if he's considered a Liverpool legend. He's considered a Liverpool great. I just don't know if he's considered a Liverpool legend, right? And this guy speaks Spanish, obviously, because he's Spaniard. He speaks English and he speaks German too. Because remember, he coached German. He coached a German team.
Some players, and now we have more time to
Very,
prepare
very
and to be
multilingual,
ready
bro.
for the 24th.
And as you mentioned, some players have had a short pre-season, not much time to prepare for Reese, for Morgan. How well did they do today?
Quite well.
Hey,
You could say that
Viking,
quite
how
well.
you doing,
Just
brother? How you
to
been,
play
bro?
this way after
What's
after
going on
three
with you?
3 days of training, for
Yo,
sure.
Viking is coming in and like
It's early
he's
days, and
saying
there
you
is so
dumb,
much that
dumb.
to connect, to
Midrob is coming
improve,
in. He's
to
saying
live
I'm a
together.
bum.
But
Like, god damn
the
it, man.
most
You got something
important is
I'm a dumb
the
and a
hunger, the
bum.
attitude they have, the
Ouch,
desire
man.
to want to have
Ouch.
a great
How
season,
you
to want
been,
to
Viking?
create this good feeling in the team that will transmit to the rest of the team.
An hour for Reece James today. Talk to us about what he brings to you as captain, both on and off the pitch.
Yeah,
I
personality, leadership,
promise? I don't
experience,
remember
quality,
promises.
composure
But
with
yeah,
the
I
ball,
did say I was gonna be back.
competitiveness
I
without
did
the ball.
actually.
So
I
he's
did say
very
I was
flexible
gonna be
in his
back,
style,
bro.
in
But
different
like,
positions,
fuck,
and
man.
he's
It was such a
a,
long
a
day
legend
for
in the
me,
in
bro.
the in the
I said I
club,
was gonna take
and
a nap,
he's
right? I said I was gonna take a nap, right? So I took a nap, right? Because like I got a window right close to my bed. I took a nap and I put my face in front of my AC, right? Because I got like the type of AC I have. You kind of put it under the window. You open the window up and you put the AC on it. So I slept. I put my face on the AC, and I ain't gonna lie, Viking, man, that shit felt good, bro. I was knocked the fuck out, bro. You know when you've had a long day of just, getting things done and doing things, and the next thing you know, you stay on the bed and you just knocked the fuck out, bro. Like that's kind of what happened, man. I was like, what the fuck? All day nap Dracula ass. I would take that. I would take that, bro. Yeah. I would take being called Dracula, bro. I will
key player
fucking
for the team.
take that.
I know
Yes,
you've got a clear
indeed.
week to prepare. In your mind, are you sort of close to knowing what your starting 11 will be for the opening Premier League
No,
game?
no, not yet. We need to assess many things during the week after today. So the good thing is that most of the players they are fit to train. The fitness level of some is higher than the others after the precision, but all of them they will be good.
So finally, with that in mind, what
And
does the
your
next week
Orlando
look
with
like
your
between
explosive
here and
rampers,
the
man.
start of the Premier League season?
Yes, and don't forget, Viking. I still work. Don't forget. I got two jobs as well. You guys might not know this. Landlord, and add two jobs to that, man.
What is the
And
plan
one of those jobs is a physical job, bro.
between now and the start of the Premier League
Your
season?
own
No,
land, you
we
suck the
we
blood
train
of people
tomorrow
who
and we
step
plan
in
to
it.
have five training
Facts,
sessions
bro. Nigga,
before to prepare
that's my
the Fulham game,
familiar
and
land,
that's
bro.
gonna be the main focus.
That's
Thanks
my
for your time, boss.
Thank
familiar
you.
land,
Reece,
Viking.
welcome back
Who
to
the
the
fuck is
bridge.
gonna
How's
go
that
out
for
there
you
and
today?
step in the world of my familiar land? What the hell? So let me just summarize what Xabi Alonso is saying. Xabi Alonso is basically his press conference, that interview, that post-match interview he had is him talking about trying to build that connection with the fans, right? Remember, this is the first game we got, whether it's main season or preseason. This is the first game that Xabi Alonso is playing on, is coaching, that the whole fans can look at him and say, wow, Xabi Alonso in the flesh and blood, right? In the flesh and blood, man. We are seeing Alonso coaching Chelsea Football Club, and for Xabi Alonso to have that win is a beautiful thing, man. Panda, MG Panda, my brother, how you doing, brother? How you doing, Panda? How you going on, man? What's going on with you, bro? Everything good? Right? So I think it's a beautiful thing for Alonso to have his first win, and that is very huge, right? Second part of his interview was him talking about the new players and the match fitness around the new players. Yes, Rich James, Enzo Fernandez, Lacroix, Morgan Rogers. These players played for the country that went into the semifinals and the finals. So obviously they're going out there, they're relaxing themselves, they are chilling, and all of a sudden, bam, you see them back on the pitch playing along each other and a little bit of a sloppy legs, a little bit of a slowness going on. But that's understandable, right? That is expected. It's expected to be like that. But either way, it's really nice to see, at least an idea and a good look of our first team lineup, bro. Yes, Viking, bro. There is no fucking way that Inter Milan is fucking rich, bro. No, in fact, Viking, there's no fucking way that any serial club is fucking rich, bro. Now look, people talk about Romero and DJ Spence, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe in the fact that if players want to leave, let them leave. No player is bigger than the club. But it sucks. It sucks because you have Romero and Spence who did the best they can to make sure that Spurs did not go into relegation. Right? Atletico Madrid, they bought Romero, right? And then DJ Spence, Inter Milan bought what's his name? DJ Spence, right? So it's very interesting, man. Like, I won't lie to you. I like these players, right? I like these players, bro. Nah, Juventus is rich. Juventus, some of these clubs are rich. It's just the Italian league is ran so poorly. The Italian league, the Serie A, is ran so poorly that these clubs cannot afford to spend a lot of money. Bro, Juventus could not keep their striker. Vlahovic. Vlahovic, right, is a striker for Juventus who went to the Turkish league for more money. Yeah, Panda, I know, Panda. Yeah, I did. I ordered Jabi Ball. I did order Jabi Ball. I did indeed, man. And Jabu ball, I'm liking it, bro. Although some people say it's Alonso ball, but I will get into Jabu ball in a bit, right? Just give me a bit. I will talk about Alonso Ball, but either way it goes, right? Syria, the league itself has put so much restrictions in financially that you don't get to see how rich these players are. Inter Milan is rich, bro. Inter Milan is owned by a Chinese conglomerate, bro. They have a Chinese owner. It's a conglomerate, a consortium. They're a rich ass motherfucker. AC Milan is also rich. It's just the league is set up in a way that it does not allow these clubs to, spend what they want to spend.
Yeah,
Next match, Xavi versus Arbeloa.
it was a
Indeed, sir.
a good
We got
performance
two
from
Real
the team.
Madrid,
I'm happy to
two
be back out
two
there,
former
and
Real Madrid
the
coaches.
season starts this time in a week.
Comes around quick. You've had very little pre-season. How were you feeling going into this one today?
Yeah, as you mentioned, the break's been pretty short. So I felt pretty good out there today. The conditions were tough. It was super hot, but no, I'm feeling good.
Hot, humid, just like the World Cup. You're used to it.
Yeah, I mean, playing out in the States for so long, it helps a bit today.
Joking aside, but did you get a bit of a break, a chance to reset and recharge before getting back in?
Yeah, it was a short break. Probably shorter than everyone would have liked. But no, I'm delighted to be back, and the new season's going to be getting underway pretty soon.
Back in, new faces, new manager. How much have you enjoyed working with Xabi Alonso so far?
Yeah, it's only been 4 or 5 days. It's been super short, but I'm enjoying it very much so far, and that's the same for the boys.
For him
Well,
to say,
that is really good for Rhys James, man. Really good for Rhys James. I just want to hear what Rhys James has to say. Now, let me just quickly cover up Chelsea's game, and then we'll get into just versus Arbeloa. And if there's any other football thing you guys want me to talk about, I am down for that. Right? Um, we played a back three. I think that is the football style that Xabi Alonso is going to be implementing. When Alonso was at Bayern Leverkusen in Germany, he played a back three. He played a 3-4-2-1, maybe sometimes a 3-4-3 with Leverkusen, where he had Grimaldo, he had Frimpong, he had Florian Wirtz, he had Boniface, right? He had Nkapie at Leverkusen, and then he went invincible while winning while winning the league for Leverkusen, the first time ever Leverkusen had ever won the league. Very, very well done for Alonso winning that league. Then he went to Real Madrid, right? Alonso could not play back three under Real Madrid. Panda, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're still here and listening, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Alonso could not play back three because he did not have the players for it, but he played a back four and had a 17% win percentage at Real Madrid. Now, it's very, very unfortunate because clearly you could tell that there was a lot of drama going on in the dressing room. A lot of drama going on in the dressing room, right? Vinicius Jr. was not seeing eye to eye with Alonso. You could also you could also notice that Valverde, some of the senior players of Madrid, was not seeing eye to eye with Alonso. A lot of people was thinking that it was probably Mbappe versus Alonso, but no, it was not. It was Vinicius Jr. going at it with Alonso. Does anyone remember the first El Clasico game of last season? The first El Clasico game of last season when Alonso subbed off Vinicius Jr. and Vinicius Jr. was pissed off, running inside the tunnel, yelling and shit. Like that was unprofessional of Vinicius Jr. to do that. Obviously he had to apologize, and then later on during his contract date he said that he doesn't see himself signing a new contract because Alonso is in the fucking club. Like what? And then what happened? Uh, Madrid lost the one of the went up against Barca in the finals. Madrid lost, and the next couple of days, Alonso was like, "You know what? I fucking quit. These players don't want to listen to me. It is what it is." Now here's the thing: Alonso clearly was not used to big individual players who has won and accomplished a lot before he got here. But that's different. That's different when it comes to Chelsea. A lot of these players in this squad has not won the big trophies. When you're talking about Champions League, when you're talking about the league title, right? No one in the squad has won that except Rhys James. But then even that's a long time ago, if we're gonna be honest. So I feel like this is a good setup for Alonso to step in because there isn't that many players that can override or match up to his authority or stand up to his authority, right? Compared to when Alonso was at Madrid. Now, the good thing is now he gets to, orchestrate, be a manager, which is something that Enzo Maresca was not. Maresca was a coach, he was not a manager, and now we get to see Alonso be the manager and get who he wants. And that's good. And now from what we're seeing right now, he's clearly want to go back to the formation and system he had when he was coach at Leverkusen, which was playing a back three football. Now let me give you guys some historical points about Chelsea Football Club, man. As a Chelsea fan, I am not new to back three. I am not new. I've seen it when Chelsea played a back three under Antonio Conte and we won the Premier League and the FA Cup. Under Thomas Tuchel, I saw Chelsea play a back three and we won the Champions League. We made it to the finals of the Carabao Cup, we made it to the finals of the FA Cup, but we just lost. So for me, and I think a lot of Chelsea fans who's been, who as old as I am, we're not new to this. We're not foreign to this. We know how the back three is. The problem is, do we have the players to play a back three? And I think we do. We do. This 3-4-3 first team from lineup right here, beautiful. I like it. We just need a little bit more games and a little bit more of chemistry, link ups, and just playing with a lot more urgency. Just being quick at the ball. Because against Real Sociedad, who's a top 10 La Liga team, who won the Copa del Rey, I think 4 years ago, we actually destroyed them in the second half. First half, we were fucking poor, disastrous. We had a great start, but after that one goal, shout out to Morgan Rogers scoring his first goal in a Chelsea shirt. I just felt like we were not playing well all of a sudden, man. We are just very lazy, right? We were misplacing passes. We were allowing them, we were allowing Sociedad to have so many chances to pull off a counter attack. I feel like we were very slow. Kopama was nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. He was missing in the first half. In the second half, we picked up, and I am happy to see that. We gave belt to ass to Real Sociedad. Now, like I said, this is preseason, chat. This is preseason, so it does not matter that much. Win or loss doesn't matter. But as a Chelsea fan, I'm still happy that our final preseason game before we go up against Fulham, who has a former Real Madrid coach, I am fine with this win and I am happy with the second half performance. Joao Pedro, my goodness, what a player, man. I know this guy is mad. He is pissed off at Carlos Ancelotti, and he's going to make sure that the Brazilians, the Chelsea fans, and the football fans like Viking and Panda, they're going to make sure that they're going to go at Carlos Ancelotti and let him know every single time Pedro performs and he scores an assist. They're going to let Ancelotti know, bro, why did you leave Joao Pedro off the Brazilian squad? What was that about? Because that's how it's going to be looking like. Joao Pedro scored 15 goals last season. I think that this guy is hungry, pissed off, furious to score 20 goals in the Premier League this upcoming season. Pedro is now Chelsea's best player. Palmer has to re-earn that spot. Real gems, what you just said right there is nothing but facts. What you just said right there is facts. Straight up facts. That is undisputed. I will do you one better, Real Gems. Real Gems, I will do you one better. The penalty spot, whoever takes the penalties has to go to Pedro. Would you agree with that, Real Gems? João Pedro from now on, he has to take the penalties from now on. And now I will talk about Cole Palmer in a sec, guys. I will talk about Cole Palmer in a set, but let us just focus on João Pedro. I don't know. Do you agree with that, Real Gems? From now on, João Pedro has to be the penalty taker. He has to be the guy that, okay, penalty shows up, João Pedro needs to take it. Because that is us putting our trust in him. That is how João Pedro can get to 20 goals in a season. I will pull up the stats that Cole Palmer had. João Pedro needs to take penalties, bro. He is our best player. 7 goals in the preseason. 7 goals. He scored 2 goals against AC Milan, right? Who is a top five team in Syria, and he scored again 2 goals against Real Sociedad, who is a top 10 team. Yes, everyone's gonna say it's preseason, but come on, man. 2 goals against AC Milan, top five. 2 goals against Real Sociedad. Let's go, man. I will let Palmer still take it to keep his confidence, but Pedro will get 25 goals regardless. Understandable, real gems, right? When you say 25 goals, I'm guessing you mean in all competitions, right? Because 25 goals in the Premier League, right? Maybe 25 goals in the Premier League or 25 goals in all competitions. That will be interested in what you're trying to say, right? But either way it goes, João Pedro was Chelsea's best player of the season. He won that award, right? I think Enzo Fernandez was our second best player last season. He had um he had 22 GNA, right? 25 goals in the Prem. Yo, real gems. He got to score penalties though. Hold on. He got to score penalties though, real gem. There is no fucking way you're gonna say that João Pedro get 25 goals. João Pedro got to score penalties for that. Let me see how many penalties Haaland had in the Premier League. Let's see. So Ellen Haaland had 27 goals in the Premier League, right? And wow, he only had 3 penalties. Okay, wow. Wow, he only had 3 penalties. He had four, he missed one, and scored only 3 penalties while scoring 24 non penalty goals. Okay, all right. Have you been watching him since last year? Real James, I've been watching El Pedro since he was in Brighton. But here's the thing though, Real James, right? For him to get to 25 goals, he'll definitely got to take penalties. If João Pedro if João Pedro could score 25 goals without penalties, Pedro is gonna be like, bro, come on. That is just gonna be amazing, bro. That would just be fucking amazing. Like I'm really hoping he can do that. I just don't know if it's possible. Because keep in mind, João Pedro also has to stay healthy as well, right? We don't put João Pedro up there with the world class strikers. If you mention your top 5 world class strikers, you don't have João Pedro up there, right? Prediction: Barca will come knocking for João Pedro next year. Real Madrid might even do the same thing. And here's the thing: that's part of the reason why I want João Pedro to take the penalty so that it will feel like, okay, we are giving him the keys to the team. We are giving him the keys. We gave Cole Palmer the keys, and he's not been performing that greatly. But that is what I have to say about João Pedro. Okay, because we still have a lot of things to talk about. Now let's talk about Cole Palmer. Let's talk about Cole Palmer. Um, there is no more excuse when it comes to Cole Palmer. There is no more excuses for Cole Palmer, right? After this year, he'll be top three striker in the world. I know what I'm saying. There you go, Reed James. And I believe you. I believe you. But to be top three striker in the world, you have to score over 20 goals in your league. You know that. João Pedro got to score over 20 goals to be a top three striker in the whole world, bro. Mention all the world class players. They all score over 20 goals. Mbappe, Haaland, Harry Kane, right? That's part of what we are actually expecting to see. But let me also say this about Cole Palmer. There is no excuses. I know that Cole Palmer knows that himself. You did not have the World Cup. You did not play in the World Cup. So you are well rested. Now here's the thing. Cole Palmer, we are judging him by his standard. When Cole Palmer broke out, Cole Palmer had 22 goals and 11 assists. 22 goals and 11 assists, bro. That's 33 GNA under Pochettino, his breakout season. This is going to be his fourth season at Chelsea, right? After he scored 22 goals the next two seasons, he didn't get close to scoring up to 15 goals. So what I'm trying to say is Cole Palmer understands, right? I am not expecting Cole Palmer to have 20 goals in the Premier League season. I'm not expecting Cole Palmer to have 15 goals in the Premier League season, but I want to see Cole Palmer general play be a world class level. I want to see Cole Palmer to be outstanding. In the first half, Cole Palmer was nowhere to be seen. He was found missing, right? He was on the missing alert, man. Yo, Real Gems, can you please go activate your Ember alert, man? Go find Cole Palmer in the first half, please. Go get Cortin Shaw. I don't know. Get somebody. Because Cole Palmer was missing in the first half. But second half, he was like we he was making moves. He created the second goal for João Pedro. He was making moves. He was getting the ball quicker. He was getting the ball faster. He was releasing the ball faster. He was moving into pockets, right? His positioning to where he was going to receive the ball was amazing. I think that is the part of the reason why Cole Palmer is capable of doing something in this game because he moves to where he feels like he can move out, right? I've always said this. Cole Palmer is the type of player that you see him at his best when he's free roaming. If you try to lock Cole Palmer in a position, you try to positionally lock him, like I don't think you're gonna see the best out of him. And I think Xabi Alonso knows that. Let Kopama move around. Let him free roam around the wing area from moving to the right wing to drifting into the middle of the pitch, from getting to ball and being able to release the ball, having many options to pass the ball to, right? And I think as long as Kopama is not able to easily lose the ball, he's gonna play so good this upcoming season. This upcoming season that's coming any minute, just in a week. Second half, Kopama was amazing, bro. I wanted him to score. I wanted him to be on the assist, to have an assist because I believe that his confidence right now is dwindling. His confidence is shot, right? Like we don't we like we will it's been a long time since we've seen Cole Palmer run to the fans shaking his arms, man. Ice cold. Because I want to see Cole Palmer I want to see Cole Palmer celebrate. I want to see Cole Palmer iconic celebration. Yes, he's gonna be sharing that with Morgan Rogers. We saw Morgan Rogers do that when he scored his goal, but I also want to see that from Cole Palmer. And I believe that we are gonna see that from Cole Palmer if he's able to have the free roam. Now, Real Gems, if you're still here, right, I want you to tell me what formation do you want? If you're still here, what formation do you want from Xabi Alonso? I'm going to give him bail. He had groin injury and he could not extend himself. He could get the ball last year and he could not do anything because he was scared to irritate his groin. Fair enough. You want to talk about injuries? That is understandable. But he did not play in this World Cup. So therefore, he has a lot of free time. He had a lot of time to rest his body, had a lot of time to check himself out, right? Here's what I want you to do, real James. I want you to tell me what formation you want from Jabi Alonso. Because clearly, Jabi Alonso is playing a back three. He's playing a back three, and he's going to be implementing the 3-4-3 formation that will probably switch, that will be into switching, is that the right way to say it? To a 3-4-2-1 during the game, right? So I know that we are gonna see something from Cole Palmer. I trust that Cole Palmer is gonna be back. I am no longer expecting goals and assists. Now here's the thing though. Joao Pedro. Okay. Okay. So you want a 3-4-3 formation. 3-4-3 formation. And you like Morgan Rogers. Alright. Fair enough. You like Morgan Rogers right there. Right? And you like Cole Palmer right here. Cole Palmer. Who's your number nine? Obviously, I know who your number nine is. I just want you to say it. Who is your number nine, Real James? I know who your number nine is. I know, obviously it's Pedro. But I just want you to say it. Sometimes some people said there were Chelsea fans who actually wanted Nicholas Jackson at the number nine spot. Yeah, there were Chelsea fans who wanted that. There was also Chelsea fans who wanted Danny Welbeck, right? Joe, okay. You see? Yep. Just like I said, obviously, Joao Pedro, I know that. Is this one? Okay. Give me your midfield. Give me your midfield, Real James. Right? So I do expect a lot from Cole Palmer, and I do know that Cole Palmer is gonna perform well. And here's the thing, right? Cole Palmer just has to free roam. And if Cole Palmer, if Cole Palmer can give me If Cole Palmer can give me that general play as a number 10 and give me 15 goals like he had during the 2024-2025 season, I am fine with this. Cole Palmer doesn't have to give me 20 goals a season no more. He has Joao Pedro. He has Morgan Rogers. He has Enzo Fernandez. He has Danny Welbeck. You have players that could help you in goal scoring. You don't have to carry Chelsea like you did in during the 2023-2024 season. So Real James is giving me he's giving me his starting lineup, right? He wants Caicedo and he wants Enzo Fernandez. Now you see the reason why I wanted you to give me this, Real James, okay, and if Enzo's gonna be bench, you will want Romeo Lavia. All right, fair enough. The reason why I wanted you to give me your lineup was because of Enzo Fernandez. Exactly. That's why. I know that Caicedo is gonna start, but you want Enzo Fernandez rather than Rhys James. Does anyone disagree with this? Does anyone disagree with Real James? You guys agree with Real James with what he wants? He would rather Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. You don't want Rhys James and Caicedo because Rhys James can I can't trust Rhys James to play right back or to play wing back. He's too injury prone. That's one of the major issues I have with Rhys James. World class player. I mean, this guy assisted the second goal when we needed a second goal. He was also tracking back. Rhys James was like a quarterback. Rhys James was phenomenal, bro. He was the third best player in this game. João Pedro number one, Pedro Neto number two, and Rhys James number three. Rhys James was absolutely phenomenal. Rhys is not mobile enough to cover so much grounds. Then where would you put him, James? Real James. Jam, where are you gonna put him? Because Rhys James, wow. Okay. So I'm guessing wing back because Fofana will play that center back role, right? So what about here? Who do you have here? This is interesting from what Real James is doing because a lot of they are Chelsea fans that they're not here right now. They're not in the chat. They are Chelsea fans that would disagree with you right now. Some Chelsea fans want Rhys James to play in the center back role. Obviously, Rhys James will play a right back if it was in a back four, and this guy would have Palestra, Marco Palestra needs to be updated, man. The guy's a Chelsea player now. Now you have Marco Palestra. Okay. Obviously, I'm sure you have Sanchez. You have Bob Sanchez as a goalkeeper, obviously. And then who's the back three? Let me guess. Fofana, Lacroix, and Colwill, correct? So that's basically what I'm trying to say in regards to Rhys James. Rhys James to me was our third best player. Some people might even say that he was our second best player. That's fine. I can agree with you guys against Real Sociedad, man. This guy Rhys James was phenomenal, bro. He's helping in trying to quarterback the offense while also trying to track back and help the defense as well. It was two amazing defensive displays that I saw from Rhys James in the second half that stopped Real Sociedad from equalizing or being able to score the second goal, right? So that was just how amazing Rich James was, right? Rich James attacking wise is also amazing. Keep in mind, guys, we were crossing the ball. We were crossing the ball. Pedro Neto crossing the ball. Rich James crossing. Shit, I think I saw Caicedo even trying to cross the ball as well. His best attribute is in attack. He will be wasted at hours at the right center back. Okay, fair enough. Then who do you have as your right center back? Who's your right center back? Right? So Rhys James is gonna be really, really, really important. The problem is, right, as a wing back, don't forget, guys, you are expecting Rhys James to bomb back and forth, to go up and down the fucking pitch, right? So it's interesting when you say he's not mobile enough to cover so much ground when, as a wingback, he's also expected to do so. There's so many Fofanas, man. You know how many Fofanas is in football right now? There you go. You got Fofana right there. So this is gonna be interesting, chat. This will be interesting. Um, what else? Enzo Fernandez drama. I think so we've talked about Pedro, we've talked about Cole Palmer, we've talked about Rich James, right? And now I do have to get into Enzo Fernandez. Let me know. You know what? Tell me if I'm wrong. I think I know who you have. I obviously have Lacroix. Pull it up, right? And you have oh my god. What's his name? Colwell. You have Colwell. There you go. Well done. Real James. This is a very, very good lineup that you have right now. Yep, exactly. Lacroix. Sweeper, yep, which would be the center back right there. And I'm guessing you have Levi Colwill as your left center back. right? Very, very solid. This 3-4-3 formation is very, very good, right? Cowell left center back. Yep, exactly. I knew it. I knew it, real James. Yep. So, guys, this is, you know, real James 24 lineup. This is what he believes that this team is gonna be looking like for Chelsea, right? Starting forward, he believes that this 3-4-3 formation is going to be fine. And I'm inclined to agree. 3-4-3 formation will be very, very nice to see and very, very solid. Okay. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez is going to be interesting, right? You got Rhys James as a right wing back, Palestra as a left wing back, Fofana, Lacroix, Colwell, right? Obviously, I'm sure that Alonso will not abandon the back four, the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-4-3-3 formation. I'm sure Alonso will never abandon the back four formation because I think we have players that can do that, right? We have players that can do that. Exactly. We can switch to a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, right? We can switch to a 3-4-2-1. This is how a 3-4-2-1 looks like. Obviously, put Pedro right here. This is a 3-4-2-1 formation, guys, right? Remember, we got 3-4-3 formation. This is a 3-4-2-1 formation, right? If you want to switch to a 4-2, a what's it called? A 4-2-3. No, where's the 4-2-3? I'm blind. Okay, there it is. Got the 4-2-3-1, right? Like this. Rogers, Armor, and then we will have obviously we will have what's his name? Don't switch to 4-2-3. Have Lacroix, Arna, have maybe James. Give me a bit, guys. Palestra will move here, right? And then you will take off Rhys James. You will bench Rhys James for maybe Esteval. So this will be Esteval right here, right? This will be Esteval. So this is a 4-2-3-1. We have Caicedo. Obviously, you cannot have this guy. So I would take Fofana with Rhys James. James. And there you go. And then Palestra maybe with Pep Chavavia, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you guys want yeah, Palestra can play as a left wing back. Not a left wing back. So we will put yeah, maybe we'll put this guy, or we can put Hato, or we could play Joel Hato. Yeah, right there. The 4-2-3-1 formation. So here's the beauty, guys. Alonso has players that he can play in a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3, and he has players that he could play in a back three. We are dynamic. Chat. Chelsea Football Club has players that are dynamic. We just have to make sure that we are winning. That's all. We just got to make sure that we are winning, bro. We got the players. We have experience. Enzo is now an experienced player. Caicedo is an experienced player. Opama is an experienced player. Rhys James, experience. Morgan Rogers, experience. Joao Pedro, experience. Like, we have experienced players, bro. Chelsea is looking good. This is how my 4-2-3-1 will look like. And in a 3-4-3 formation, well, Reed James, you just showed us. So this is looking good, chat. This is looking good, man. Now, oh, facts. Facts, bro. That is facts, real gems. Lavia, Esteval, Esugo, Gusto, Chavarria, Anche Pong off the bench. We need another good center back, and we're good. That is so true. Another center back, and we are good. Another center back. Because, right? And real James is so right about that. We need another center back. A lot of people are saying that we should get Murillo. I'm sure you guys know who Murillo is. Murillo from Nottingham Forest. A lot of people are saying that we should get this guy. What do you guys think, real gems? They wanted us to get this guy. His transfer value is 58. That means we'll be probably spending close to 58 million. Keep in mind, Liam Delap could potentially be leaving, right? Liam Delap could be leaving. Shit. Who else? If Enzo Fernandez leaves, we will have the money to get this guy as our center back. This guy could play left back and center back. And I'm like, yo, let's fucking get him, bro. You don't know much about him. Yes, obviously he was in the Nottingham Forest team. Murillo is a very good defender. Um, he's an old school. He's an old school type of defender that you can rely on, right? He played 25 matches, started 25. There you go, right? Had 5 yellow cards and 0 red cards for Forest last season, right? This guy, I mean, you could see his heat map, man. This guy usually plays, he's a left center back that can also play as a right back. That's who Murillo is. A very, very solid player, bro. This guy is also good in set pieces. He's a center back that is also good in set pieces. So that is how good he can be, right? He can also play with the ball on his feet. He can play with the ball on his feet, and he's also, you know, he's an aggressive type of defender. But either way it goes, if you say you want another center back, I say Chelsea should go for this guy. Do you have any center back in mind? Is there any center back that you're thinking of that Chelsea should go for? Because remember, guys, we got 2 more weeks left. We got 2 more weeks. Sweeper? Mmm. Who? Who, James? And Jams? Who are you thinking about? Because obviously it's sweeper in the back three. Yeah. This guy actually played in a friendly and they beat Leverkusen 2-1. Lets you know just how bad it is for Chelsea for the German leagues. Anyway, now here's what I want to say, guys. Let us talk about Enzo Fernandez. Real gems. Chat, do you guys want Enzo Fernandez to stay? What do you guys think? This was one section of the fans booing him. Where um where would you play him? Obviously it's coming off the bench. It's coming off the bench, and I'll play him left center back. I'll play Murillo left center back. So guys, this is some of the reactions of the fans. I just want you guys to hear it. Tell me what you guys think. You can see Chelsea fans want him to stay. Now keep in mind, guys, during the game, a lot of people struggle to watch Chelsea. Fuck Blueco for that shit, bro. Like, bro, I had to use VPN to watch this game with Spanish commentators, bro. The CFC was trash, horrible, disgraceful, bro. Anyway, what is it I want to say? Yeah, what I want to say is that the Chelsea fans are mixed. They're very divisive. There's some Chelsea fans that are booing Enzo Fernandez, right, because of all the drama he got going on. And the Chelsea fans who are singing his name, hoping that he will stay. I want Enzo to stay, right? Like he's another guy that could be a playmaker, and that's what I want to see.
There's your answer, Scott. There's as many boos there as there were cheers for Enzo Fernandez. Partly because of the City and Real links, partly because of the Argentina. The last time he was actually on a football field proper, he was walking off it after a red card. He and his Argentine colleagues, well,
Yeah, that boo.
largely disgraced themselves in front of about 1.5 billion people. But anyway, the
A
team
little
who
bit
played
of
the
booing
football
going
lifted the
on
cup.
Enzo
In Chelsea
Fernandez.
blue, he's far more popular. Like what
You hear
they said.
that?
Well, there you go.
You got the people also yelling Enzo Fernandez, right? Now keep in mind, bro, a lot of Chelsea fans want Enzo Fernandez to play, right? Enzo Fernandez, right? If it's one thing that I'll always tell you guys about Enzo Fernandez is that Enzo Fernandez is a player that can adapt to any system that he plays in. That is what I love most about Enzo Fernandez. If you guys remember when we got Enzo Fernandez from Benfica, Enzo Fernandez started out as a deep lying playmaker. He played as a six for Chelsea. He was not a six, but he played for a six for Chelsea because we did not have a six. We didn't have Caicedo then. Caicedo was not in the club when Enzo Fernandez first came to Chelsea, right? Caicedo came after. So Enzo Fernandez played as a six, and he adapted to that, play as a deep line playmaker. Obviously, Enzo doesn't have the athleticism to keep up. He doesn't have the pace and the athletic abilities to play as a six that you would want, right? He's not a physical player. He's more of a technical player, but he has that South American ruggedness. He has that South American physicality that we all know and some of us like. Some of us love it when we have a South American in our squad. We don't like it when our country, right? When the United States is playing against a South American country, because you guys know how South America are, right? You know how they are when it comes to playing football game on the pitch, right? So for me, and then later on when we got Caicedo, he adapted, right? Playing as a number eight, being playing in a double pivot with Caicedo. He adapted to that. And then last season, he also adapted again to being as a box crasher. That's why he had 10 goals. That's why he had 22 GNA for Chelsea, because he adapted. 10 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. I don't agree with Enzo's behavior, but I want to win. I can want him to stay and not care for him. Business is not personal. That's a fact, real gems. That's a fact. But we're Chelsea. We football fans. Football fans are always mixing business and personal. No, I'm not saying it's you, but football fans will always like to do that. Football fans have a knack of mixing business and personal. So I think a large number of people want Enzo Fernandez to stay at Chelsea. I want him to stay at Chelsea as well. I think we can all agree on that. It's looking really good for Enzo Fernandez to stay. I don't know if there's been. I heard that there's been updates. I heard that Man City is not done yet. Man City might actually be coming back again for a bid. Remember, they cannot bid 120 million no more. They cannot bid 120 million no more. They have to bid close to 150. And Chelsea is double daring them. Chelsea is double daring these guys to bid 150 million pounds. If Man City comes back with 150 million, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? How is Man City coming with 150 million pounds? Give me a moment, guys. All right, this should be good right now. All right, there we go. So, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. It is what it is. Um, is there anything you want to talk about, Real Gems, about this Chelsea so we can move on? 150. So facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It was 150 million, then yeah, man, you might as well um sell, bro. Yeah. Um yeah, is you're gonna see Enzo Fernandez getting booed. I mean, rightfully so. He created a lot of drama, man. Right? He created a lot of drama, bro. Look, I'll be honest with you, man. What profile would we need if Enzo goes? That's the thing. We don't have enough time. That's the problem with Enzo Fernandez. We don't have enough time to get the profile of Enzo Fernandez, bro. Everybody's saying that, oh, we should get Adam Wharton, but Adam Wharton defensively is not that good. He's good when it comes to playing the ball forward, right? But the problem with Adam Wharton is he's the type of DM that likes to play that high risk passes. Like those line breaking passes that is very risky. Adam Wharton is the type of player to do that because that was the system he was in Crystal Palace, right? So Adam Wharton could go out there. Remember, Crystal Palace play transitional football, right? They play transitional football because they're always playing defensively and then they hit in the counter attack. So they'll give the ball to Adam Wharton, and then Adam Wharton will play that line breaking passes to Eberechi Eze or to Mateta or to what's his name, Marco Lise back then, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Adam Wharton is not that guy. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. Two-man midfield requires covering a lot of ground, and Kai is not a sitter. Yep, he's not a sitter. He's not a sitting number six. Caicedo is a number six that also moves around as well. That's the whole point of a double pivot, right? You need a mobile center that can control play, that gives you that deep line playmaking skills. Enzo Fernandez can do that. Enzo Fernandez can give you that deep line playmaking. He can give you the line breaking passes, and he can box crash if you want Enzo Fernandez to box crash for you. He can box crash for you as well. He did that last season. 10 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League. But eventually, well, what do you know? Let me see. You can't trust what they say. You
Then
always gotta
obviously,
listen to
guys,
what they
this
say.
story will have an impact on Alexander Isak. Today, many of you saying Fabrizio is true that Alexander Isak agreed personal terms with Liverpool. Guys, I told you, I think for 2 weeks now, that Alexander Isak wants to go to Liverpool. Just to give you some context.
Oh, this is a fucking lie. Niggas people out here baiting. People out here lying and baiting, bro. Right? And see a lot of people are, you know, look at what this guy said. This is Rory Jennings, right? Buzzing to hear Enzo Fernandez was booed today at Stamford Bridge. Bloke is wrong and should have been booed every touch since that video emerged from the Argentine bus. That has finally happened. Anyone suggesting is wrong because you don't put anyone blue. Needs to remember he doesn't want to play in blue. Instead of making eyes at Real Madrid when we were in a crisis last season. A lot of people are saying that he might just be a snake. Now, let's just hear what other people
Hello there,
have to
guys.
say
Welcome back.
about
Tina's
this,
Talks
and then
Chelsea.
we'll
I
move
hope all
on.
of you are doing
We need to
well
move on to
today. As
Mourinho
well, this is
documentary.
gonna kind of be a match review. Plus, we're going to go through the news. And I think both have kind of intertwined because we're going to speak about the game briefly. I'm going to be honest, I did not watch the game. Right, I'm not going to give you guys a match review on something I didn't watch, but I did go back and watch the extensive highlights, and I've seen all the key moments and I've seen bits of action. I know a lot of you that were on the app had issues. Now, for me, I've just had a really, really busy day. I'm traveling tomorrow. I've had to do my last bits and pieces. The game was in the midst of me being completely busy, so there was no way I was watching. But I'm going to go over what I've seen, and we're going to reflect on that. Plus, the whole Enzo Fernandez thing has tied in because when he featured, things happened, right? And we're going to clarify that with the latest and go into the news as well. So make sure you stay till the end. We do have a lot of news to go through. Happens when I get in. I'll see if I can snap a quick video out for you guys, but just subscribe, notification bell on, make sure you guys are here. But before we get cracking, and before we get underway with a little mini review of what I've seen and what we've had today with Chelsea winning 3-1 against Real Sociedad, a big thank you, as always, to the channel sponsor, Oxford Natural. You've got to make sure you support fat metabolism and happy the new home. A great reception from the supporters to the team and to the new staff, myself as well, so delighted. We want to create good connections and have that support. We want to give them good football so they will give us energy, and we connect. To have a good atmosphere here in the stadium will be a massive boost for the team. We also have it was a very good last preparation game. For some players, it was the first one and the last one. For us, there were some good things, some things we can improve. It's normal at this moment for some players. It was great to have all the team together. Some of them, after 3 days, could play for 60 minutes. It was the last test. Now we have a whole week to prepare for Fulham, but it was a good feeling in the stadium. Now, briefly, I just want to talk about what from what I could gather from what I've seen a good, I think it was 19 minutes worth of highlights, right, overall. So even missed chances and everything, right? So I think I can gather a good perspective. I obviously did not watch the 90, so please let me know in the comments if I've missed anything that I haven't seen. But from what I gather, and from the little bits and pieces that make sense because you can see the pattern.
I agree with you,
I
James.
have to
Yeah,
say, Alonso's
James, you're
football
right. He said that you
feels
want to live
relieving.
in
And you know why
Europe
it feels relieving?
because of
Because it feels old
Madrid.
school.
He said the food
I don't know if
is
you guys get the
similar
same
to
perception as well. It
Argentina.
feels traditional. And what do I mean by that? It's
But the problem
simplified.
was, James, a lot of
It's
people
direct. It's
believed that he
effective.
was
It's A to B.
alluding.
There's
He
no
was
messing around. There's no
insinuating.
stupid
He was
shenanigans. There's no
insinuating
wasting time on the action.
about
And what do I mean by that? You know where sometimes in a
about going
certain
to Real
system a
Madrid.
pass needs to be made into
And don't forget, his agent was also trying to link Enzo Fernandez to Real Madrid. Remember, his agent. Real Madrid had to make a statement. Bro, Enzo Fernandez should fire his agent. His agent was so bad that Real Madrid had to make a statement saying that we don't want Enzo Fernandez. Enzo's agent was making it sound like, yo, Enzo Fernandez was twerking for Real Madrid, man. That nigga was hands on the knees, bro. Let that pussy breathe. That's how Enzo Fernandez was moving. You heard that song by Drake and Sexy Red? Hands on the knee, let that pussy breathe. That's how Enzo Fernandez was acting like, bro. And his agent made it obvious as fuck. So that's
a
just the
certain
thing.
zone to a certain player in a certain area. And then sometimes you get a sequence of passes that don't make any sense because the ball hasn't gone anywhere. Do you know what I mean? There's none of that with Alonso. And overlapping fullbacks, in this case as well, we had wing backs because it was a back three, but it's simplified. Everyone's got their role. Just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? It feels that way. The ball moves in a way where no one's wasting time on the ball, and we're not just turning around in circles or going sideways, backwards. It feels like going back to basics, but I don't want to say going back to basics. Football, this is how football used to be played at its most effective.
James,
I
why
feel
did
like
why did
Alonso has
Enzo
brought
Fernandez
that
get
breath
suspended
of
for that
life into that. Do you know
interview?
what I mean? The way
Remember,
that
Enzo got
we
suspended like
move the
what,
ball
three
has
games?
purpose.
Why did
It
Enzo
feels
get
that way. Up until
suspended
this
for
point,
that
so far, it
interview
feels
then?
that way. You
He
know,
got suspended because
you see, like
people
Maresca
and
and
Bluco
even some other teams and the
believed
way he
that
played, just the whole
he
concept. And not to say it's
was
wrong because
people and Bluco believed that he was alluding to Real Madrid. Of course, he's not gonna give an honest answer, bro. But because he's the captain, because he's the leader of the squad, he cannot afford to be saying anything like that, even close to that. Cucurella was criticizing Bluco about it. Cucurella was, he was open about it too. He didn't get punished.
They don't bypass that because there's no need. The forwards, whether the striker is moving, literally not having to go left, right all the time, but is in his zone, the front, well, we had 2 10s. We had Palmer and Rodgers. But it seems like Palmer's got a little bit more of a free role. But it seems like they are just fulfilling, everyone's fulfilling their role. And that's it. No one's intertwining with anyone else. It's simplified. It's how football used to be played. And this is what I'm saying. I admire that. And I think it looks effective. And I think people appreciate it more. You know, because we're not trying to be flashy or innovative in a way where we're trying to reinvent
And I
the wheel.
agree.
You know what I mean? I feel like you can waste
But
your time by doing
Bluco,
that.
the owners
So,
did not take
so
it
far
that
with
way.
that, it
So
feels like
what can we
Alonso's
say about that?
brought
Right?
a breath of
The
a breath
owners
of
did
life
not
into the way
take
that
it
we
that way.
move the ball. And I think you could see that with the goals, right? The goals, Morgan Rodgers, perfect time, perfect place, right? And it's nice to have an attacker that is able to be in that space at that right time when someone needs to be there, you know, for the tap-in. It's a tap-in, but it was his first chance pretty much, and he scored his first goal for Chelsea in minutes, so fair play to Morgan Rodgers. We conceded, and for this I'm glad it's pre-season, I have to stress about Morgan Rodgers. He left, I forgot who scored for Real Sociedad, but he left his man, and it was his man. He wasn't defensively aware of the situation, of his surroundings, so that's just something to pay attention to, but I'm going to cut him slack, because he just walked into the team. But I don't think he expected someone to be on the edge of the box and to take a shot first time. But at this level, you need to expect the unexpected. And you need to be aware of your surroundings, and you need to be aware if you've got someone that's next to you that needs marking. End of story, right? So
Remember, that goal was a beautiful goal. That was a first goal. But at the same time, why this guy's talking about Morgan Rogers, right? Leclerc did a very poor way of clearing the ball. Leclerc didn't clear the ball right. When Leclerc tried to clear the ball out, it fell to the player. It fell to the player for him to take a shot.
yeah, Morgan Rodgers let him go. He was on the edge of the box by himself, no one on him. Morgan was the closest guy, and he took the shot first time and smashed it into the bottom corner. Great goal. The second and third goal is exactly what I'm talking about. The second goal, we had Palmer, bunch of skills, good little links, right? Keeping it simple, tries to go past his man, doesn't. Finds Reece in a bit of space, passes to Reece. Reece doesn't waste any time. Ball into the box, delivered like Beckham, straight onto João Pedro's head, who knows how to head the ball. Do you understand? Everyone's fulfilling their role. Yeah, we got a guy that can cross the ball beautifully. We got a guy that created space for Reece James beautifully. We got a guy for João Pedro that knows how to head the ball properly, beautifully, and he puts it into the bottom corner. Everyone's fulfilling their role. That's what I'm talking about. It's just everyone do your job, and collectively, it means the whole team's doing their job. That's what I mean. And it was so. I don't want to say precise. Precise is not the right word.
Cohesive. It
That's
was
how
very
we should be moving.
cohesive.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The third
Not
goal is another
precise,
illustration of this, and I have to say
but
fair
at
play
least
to
we
Gusto,
will.
because the ball into Pedro was phenomenal. But it's also the quality of Pedro in finishing what he finished for that third goal.
Nicholas Jackson is not scoring that third goal by Pedro. That's a fact. Liam Delap is not scoring the goal. Danny Welbeck is the only one that I think that can score a goal. That third goal that João Pedro scored. That third goal that João Pedro scored, right? Danny Welbeck is the only one that could be in that position and be able to score that goal, in my opinion. In my opinion.
I guarantee if it was anyone else, they would have missed. Yeah, I can say the same for Delap. I can even say the same for Jackson. They could have easily fluffed that or hit it straight at the keeper. At the keeper, João Pedro, composed, looks up, bottom corner, boom. Thank you very much. See you later. Everyone's fulfilling their role. And the way that we get the ball from A to B, in a similar way that we did it for the second goal, for the third goal, again, pass, Gusto, no wasting time, pass, through ball, Pedro, no wasting time, goal. That's how we used to play our football, do you remember? So this is why I'm saying it feels like Alonso's gone to a more classic, simple way of football that we used to see before. And that's just relieving, because I loved how we used to play football before.
Problem with Maresca, like, we played so much of a possession football that one player we have so many touches on the fucking ball. That's what I hated so much. We had so many touches on the fucking football, bro. That was one of the major issues that we had under Enzo Maresca. So many touches that in a counter attack, we're not even just one pass, bang, everyone moving forward, bro. Even the fucking counter attack, we're trying to pass the ball around in a transition. In transition, bro. We're trying to pass the ball sideways. You could say that yo Maresco ball is kind of boring to watch.
Not how the game
You
used to
could
be played
say
before.
that.
And if that's going to be the way we play, I'm going to be very happy, honestly. So, because it will get results. So, fantastic. Overall, fantastic. Now, in the midst of the game, let me know your thoughts on all that. In the midst of the game, we had things with Enzo Fernandez. Let me show you what happened before the game, during the game, and after the game. Here's before the game. We had Enzo Fernandez and his future will be resolved soon. Chelsea had this deadline, but it's a negotiation. For Enzo, it's fundamental to play in Champions League. Things are moving forward with his personal terms at City, and they are willing to spend a huge amount on him. Rodri to Barca is interconnected with this operation, says Gaston Edu. Big Argentine source. Big. And it's like I said yesterday, keep your eye on Rodri. Keep your eye on Rodri. And to be honest, look, we've got Ben Jacobs now saying the same thing. Some boos for Enzo Fernandez as he returns to pre-season action for Chelsea. Some fans are also chanting Enzo's name, but others making their displeasure clear. Deadline to bid at £120 million has passed, but Man City don't yet consider the saga over. Should Rodri depart to Barcelona, Man City could yet decide to make an offer. As revealed earlier, Barcelona have now made a third £60 million plus proposal. That's going to do it.
Well, basically, guys, remember Enzo Fernandez played, right? The reason why I wanted to watch this guy is for you guys to hear a different thing from another person, right? What I like to do is you guys hear what I'm saying, but I want you guys to hear what other people are saying as well, so that you can just hear from two different things, right? Enzo Fernandez is playing. Enzo Fernandez want he want you to Champions League football. Man, if Rodri leaves for Barcelona, if Rodri leaves for Barca, Man City will do everything in their power to get Enzo Fernandez. The young team can't play with too much possession. Youth is energy. The tactical news is not great at this age. Enzo took the best quality energy in counter attack. Exactly. Bro, in transition football, Enzo will be amazing, bro. When it comes to transition football, counter attack, Enzo Fernandez will be amazing because all that passing the ball bullshit. And keep in mind, Enzo Fernandez also has long range shooting. Enzo Fernandez has a long range shoot. The guy can shoot from distance. Remember that goal he scored against England? Remember that goal he scored against England? Yep. He got it, bro. Enzo Fernandez got it. Now here's the problem. If Rodri leaves to Barca for Barca, Man City will do everything in their power to get Enzo Fernandez, bro. They'll
That's
do
going to do it. It
everything.
has to.
And Man City, they have Champions League football. Enzo Fernandez wants Champions League football. They got Champions League football. Enzo Fernandez wants it.
Rodri for that money, yeah, I think City, we've discussed this on Unisource Football. That's the money that I think City are going to accept. So let's wait and see. But for Enzo Fernandez, during the game, and I went back and I saw the entire clip of what I'm about to talk about now, and even after the game as well. But flip it now. This is incredible here at Stamford Bridge. Enzo gets booed on the ball and then it's overtaken by Enzo Fernandez. Some people arguing with each other in the stands over what should happen. Do you now understand my
Real
perspective
James,
and
thank
why I
you,
was
man.
saying
Hey,
what I was
like and
saying?
subscribe, Real James, all right?
I don't hate Enzo Fernandez.
Like and subscribe, brother. After
He's
this,
a
I'm
great
gonna
player.
watch the Mourinho
I'd like to
documentary,
keep
okay?
a player like Enzo Fernandez.
I'm watching the Mourinho
I don't think it's
documentary.
best to keep Enzo Fernandez.
Also, Real James, if you wanna check
You don't
me
need
out
words. You got it in action
on
today. You
Twitch,
see the animosity. Believe me when I tell you, because I
because
said
I
at
will
initial,
be
even for
watching
his sake.
Mourinho
Remember what I was saying?
documentary
For
on
his sake, and
Twitch.
this could even in a certain way, it's going to be much more for Enzo Fernandez. But you're going to get some that are going to do the same for Barco, because he's Argentine. There are
You
going to be.
guys can
I can
follow
promise
me
you
on
this,
Twitch
and
because I
look, I only
will
think
be
you'll really
talking on
understand
Twitch,
this, and I
guys.
don't mean this in a bad
Okay?
way. But I'm going to
No
be
matter
honest and
time,
cutthroat.
I will.
You'll only understand this if you are English and you see how things are here. Some won't let it go. There are going to be some that are not going to let this point go on anyone that's Argentinian. You best believe it. Yeah. Even if they're your own player, some are not going to let it go. You best believe there's going to be some of the home support. They're not going to let this go. Now, remove that to the.
That has to do with politics. If you Chelsea fans don't know, right? Um, After Argentina versus England, Argentinian fans had a flag that was very, very controversial. They had a flag walking around the pitch celebrating the win over England by having a flag that was very, very controversial. And a lot of English people do not fuck with that shit, right? Compared to the fact that there was also when Argentina won the Copa America, they was singing a song that was racist or something like that, like, towards the black French, something that was considered racist and all that. So it's very interesting, guys, because Argentinians playing in the Premier League right now, they are not looking really. The PR is not looking good right now, man. There's a lot of booing that's going to be happening. If Romero played played for Spurs, he was going to get booed eventually. Romero was going to get booed eventually, bro.
Side. This whole saga, on top of what we've already seen after Enzo Fernandez had the bus issue. Some Chelsea fans with that, now this on top of him making it's obvious that, all right, you're looking for a move. You've been looking for a move. Now you're kind of staying like, some fans are done with him. Some fans are done with him. This is only going to be bad for him, for the fans, for everyone involved. And that was my point weeks ago when I was talking about Enzo Fernandez and why this is going to be best for everyone. Everyone will be a winner if he leaves. Again, people will hear that and think I'm saying he's crap. He's not a crap footballer. He's a great midfielder. The profile of the midfielder, of the player, I would love to keep. But football doesn't work like Football Manager. This is not FIFA, where you're pressing a couple of buttons and there's no emotion in it. You lot got me speaking like I am in South London, but you get what I mean, bro. It's all coming out now. But listen, you have to understand the emotional and the human aspect of this, right? This isn't just press a few buttons and I saw it. Oh, that's it. Enzo Fernandez, right? He's a great midfielder. We should keep him, and that's it. Because he's a great midfielder, and he'll deliver. Nah, who's to say that he's going to be dedicated, that his head's going to be in the game, that he's going to be professional enough, that he's going to be willing to give what he did give in the past at times for us 100%.
And is it going to be passionate? Are we getting an Enzo Fernandez that is passionate, though, chat? That's the problem. Are we getting an Enzo Fernandez that is passionate, that is willing to come out here and play big for us? That is one of the major things that we got to factor in when it comes to Enzo Fernandez, man. Is he gonna be passionate for us? That's a very, very big issue that's we talked about as well.
That
After
100%.
this
Are we going to
guy,
get that? Because
after this
everything
game,
that
this
makes him
will
a
be
great
it for
footballer is
me.
going to be
I think I'll
worthless
be
if we're only
logging off.
getting a bit of his
Maybe I'll
willingness
put like 10,
to do
15
what he's got
minutes
to do.
of Mourinho
These are questions that no
documentary,
one can
and that's
answer.
it.
We're already hearing that, and it's been like that for a while, he wants to play Champions League. So if he stays at Chelsea, be honest, is he staying at Chelsea because he wants to or because he has to? Me personally, I don't want anyone to be here because they have to. That's my point. We won't die without Enzo Fernandez. As much that if we know for sure that he's going to be 110% invested, well, cool, okay, we can keep him. No problem. But things like what we saw today is only the start. It won't end. Hope you get my point. So,
What he said is right, man. Enzo Fernandez is not gonna end, bro. Like, he leaves, okay, fine. We're gonna miss that type of profile of player, but we'll be all right. Guys, we won the Champions League without Eden Hazard. We won the Champions League in 2021. Eden Hazard left in 2020. Eden Hazard's last game for us was in 2019 when he won the Europa League final for us. Beat Arsenal 4-1. I think he scored 2 goals. I might be wrong. Enzo Fernandez scored 2 goals for us. I'm sorry, Eden Hazard scored 2 goals for us. Won the Europa League for us. Beating Arsenal 4-1. Left to Real Madrid. 2 years later, we won the Champions with a front three of Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and now, yeah, guys, I'm just letting you guys know,
that's the
man.
whole Enzo Fernandez thing during the
Letting
game.
y'all
Now, after
know.
the game, we had him clapping to the crowd at full time and going around, giving a little wave as well, which, to be honest, even other players behind him were giving waves and all that. But, yeah, well, not waves, they were clapping. He gave a wave. Lavia next to him, I think, as well, did at the very end. And I don't know if that's, you know, on purpose or not or whatever, but we've already seen, this is the thing with Enzo Fernandez at Benfica, he did the same thing, he did more at Benfica, to be honest. He was still pointing to the badge and saying, yeah, 24 hours later, who's at the bridge? We got to watch out for these things. So let's wait and see. This saga's not over. I've said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. If Rodri gets sold, you best believe this whole can of worms is going to open up again, and we'll probably see a move from Manchester City for Enzo Fernandez, and we'll see what's going to happen. Chelsea have played the blinder because they will get their 120 million or more. You best believe it now. But that's if City do come in. Let's wait and see. Now, talking about City, Sam Lee of The Athletic says Man City still seriously after Enzo Fernandez. There you are. There you are. It's no surprise. It's no surprise at all. I'm not shocked, and like I've said, personally, I don't think this is over. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And please let me know your thoughts on the game. Because if you saw the whole thing, I know a lot of you were disturbed by the CFC Plus app, and it just cut out many, many, many times. Honestly, you guys got to start looking for the free options, man. I'm telling you. There wasn't anyone today, to be honest. I checked. There wasn't any. But still, you know what to do. Unless Chelsea get their act together and sort the bloody app out. Let's move to other things. Nicholas Jackson, Liam Delap and Tosin are not in the Chelsea squad today. All of them could still leave Chelsea before the end of the transfer window. They weren't involved today. And we
Oh, there you go, guys. That's what he had to say. Let's see what else there is to say about Fabrizio Romano, and then we'll move on. This Zion Suzuki guy's gonna be leaving, bro. Yeah, man, this might just be it, yo. Going on with Aston Villa. This might just be it, yo. Yeah, look at DJ Spence. Yeah, man. What Spurs right now? Spurs is doing good. I think Spurs will be fine. Spurs will be fine. They will be okay. They're losing Romero, they're losing DJ Spence, but they're buying players. And that is one thing you can appreciate from Spurs. Let me say this about Tottenham, bro. The Tottenham ownership have realized that because of how greedy they are for not wanting to spend, because of how frugal, they are not wanting to spend. They have realized that if they don't fucking spend, they are gonna struggle to make it out of relegation next season. They are gonna go back to fighting relegation, bro. They realize how bad last season was, and now they don't want that to repeat itself. When they realize that, bro, they barely escaped from relegation. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that was so close. You know what? You know what they did? Roberto De Zerbi, you saved us. You stopped us from going to League One. League One. You stopped us from going to Championship. You stopped us for losing millions of pounds just because we're out of the Premier League. We're out of the EPL. Here you go, man. Here's your checkbook. Tell us who you want and we will get it for you. De Zerbi saved. De Zerbi saved. What you call them? Tottenham. 35 million euros. A lot of people are saying that Tottenham should have gotten more, but I don't think so because Hakimi is the highest value, right? Hakimi is worth more, and Hakimi was sold for like a little over 50, right? He was sold for a little over 50, but even so, look, man, they're gonna be fine. Sports is gonna be fine, bro. They're gonna be okay. So I'm not like I do think he will be okay. Now, here's what I want to say. What was I want to say about Spurs? Spurs actually played a game today. Tottenham played a game today against Hoffenheim, and I'll tell you this: Tottenham is looking scary. Tottenham is looking scary, right? Roberto De Zerbi has this team playing so good. Them having Tonali, while also having Senetsi, Andrew Robinson, Van Heckel, Van Helke, right? And I think that's Archie Gray, right? That's Archie Gray. Yeah, and Mathis Tell, Gallagher, right? This is gonna be nice. Keep in mind, Spurs has players. Tottenham, they got players, bro. Romero is gone. That's fine. Senesi is back. You swipe out one Argentinian for another Argentinian. What's the problem? DJ Spence is gone. That's understandable why Spence will be gone because, right? Spence is actually a right back, but he's been playing as a left back. I don't know if Viking, if you're still here. Spence has been playing out of position for Spurs for a very long time, and he felt like he's not getting a starter. He's not going to be started if Robinson is taking his place. So what did he do? He went on to where he feels like he's going to be able to play. He's going to be able to start and play and get more playing time. That's why I think Ginger Spence left, in my opinion. Robinson is not as fast or he's not as Robinson is not as fast or is not as pacey as DJ Spence, but Robinson has he's more technical, he's more skillful. Keep in mind, this guy and Trent are the two fullbacks that has the highest number of assists, either in Premier League history or in football history. Robinson has is one of the fullbacks and is only top three or top two in Premier League history that has what about 50 assists all time. DJ had spent his whole career with us in positional DJ. Oh, look at this guy, man. This nigga hitting the DJ pawn, bro. Check it out. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. You got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna play out of position for Spurs. Inter Milan's coming with 35 mil, nigga. I'm fucking out. Y'all niggas kept me in fucking jail. Well, I'm about to be free like a fucking bird, bro. Eating some good old pasta, wearing the blue, wearing the blue and black instead of the white and black. Come on now. Spencer, I get to walk around with my iron jawline, having fun with Italian woman instead of being in fucking is it North London? Why being in North London with terrible weather and bro, I'm sorry, man. What you expect? The good thing is now, bro, at least Tottenham already knows what is going on, right? Archie Gray, I like this guy. I like this kid. He's 20 years old. I like this Archie Gray guy. He's only 20 years old, but he's gonna be good. Kinski, I think Kinski is gonna be a starting goalie now, right? Kinski is gonna be the starting goalie for Tottenham. You also have what's his name? Um is it Van Sinetsi. Now let's get into the midfield, right? Remember, guys, Spurs has a lot of injured players. My God, bro. I hope it doesn't begin again. I hope it doesn't begin over again because I'm getting to a point where like there needs to be an investigation when it comes to the squad, bro. There needs to be an investigation around Tottenham injury crisis that's going on. Because I'm like, where's Jamie Madison? The niggas look at this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Now, keep in mind, right? Um, James Madison, Solanke, and Mohamed Kudus, they came back. They came up from injury last season, and then all of a getting they're injured again. Now, it's not a big injury, but still, Xavi Simons got injured last season. Odegaard, he got injured last season. That's true. Kulusevski got injured last season, so I'm gonna excuse this three. I'm gonna excuse this three. But Solanke, James Madison, and Mohamed Kudus is not good enough, man. They gotta figure it out. They got to figure it out. Now, if I say what does Tottenham needs, I don't trust Conor Gallagher in the number 10. Conor Gallagher to me is a guy that could play in the number 8. Gallagher, when he was playing for Chelsea, he's a workhorse. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but Gallagher plays better when he's at the number right here, the number 8. Spurs may have to get a number 10. Now you got Mateus Fernandez. I mean, maybe Mateus Fernandez will be the guy that will be at the number 10 spot. But at the same time, what about the right winger? Despite how I feel like Spurs still need one or two more players at the number 10 and at the right winger, in my opinion. That's why Tottenham was trying to get Cody Gakpo. If any Spurs fan is listening to me, right? Spurs is trying to get Cody Gakpo and Salvino, because they need a winger and they need someone at the number 10, an attacking midfielder. But either way it goes, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Spurs. Spurs has been cooking. They beat Hoffenheim 3-0. Spurs has been cooking. They beat Hoffenheim 3-0. They beat Chelsea, right? 2-1-1. Beat beat Oakland. Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, is that Spurs have not lost a game at preseason. Spurs have not lost a preseason game, no matter how you want to look at it. The first game in the Premier League is going to be up against Brentford. That is going to be huge. Brentford is who they're going up against. First game in the Premier League. And Brentford's going to be a good team because they're going up against what's his name? You got Thiago and is it Thomas Andrews, the coach? I don't know what his real name is. Thomas Andrews is his name, I think. Yeah, his name should be Thomas Andrews. Sorry, guys. Keith Andrews, my bad. Keith Andrews is his name. So either way it goes, well done to Tottenham, man. Tottenham's gonna be looking good. Man United versus AC Milan. Horrible. The last preseason campaign, the last preseason, the last friendly game, and Man United choked. Man United lost. Keep in mind, guys, Man United scored first, Harry Maguire. They're going up against AC Milan. Guess who's the new coach? Ruben Amorim. Maguire scores 1-0. Chukwueze scores, equalizes, making it 1-1. Patrick Dogu scores, making it 2-1. So now, guys, by the way, it was 1-1 the first half. In the second half, Patrick Dogu scored a second goal for Man United, making it 2-1. 6 minutes later, Cisse, I don't know who that is, equalized, making it 2-2. 68th minute, AC Milan scores the third goal. And in 71st minute, Loftus-Cheek, kissing Man United on the cheeks and saying bye bye at Old Trafford. Oh no, no, this is not Old Trafford. My bad. Giving them that bye bye. Go back home. Look, I know that people will say that preseason games, the win or losses does not matter, but preseason matters when it comes to Man United versus AC Milan. The win matters when it comes to Manchester United versus AC Milan. You cannot lose to your former coach. You just cannot do that, bro. There's a guy that I do wanna play. Um, what is 203? See what this guy has to say.
We're finished. We're absolutely khasara. Wallahi billah. Yo,
This is
the season
Saeed.
starts next week. This is absolutely done out here by flip. We're
This is the guy watching the game being it being 2-2, right?
Here come Milan. Look at the way they football. They're bopping us apart. They're absolutely bopping us apart. They're destroying us. They're destroying us. They're destroying us. There's a goal. We're finished.
Guys,
We're
AC Milan
absolutely
was
khasara.
destroying Man
Wallahi billah.
United, man. I cannot
Yo,
watch
the
the
season
game.
starts next week. This is
AC Milan,
absolutely
they
done
were
out here by
destroyed.
flipping
I
Amarin.
said
We're
they
losing to
destroyed
flipping Amarin.
Man United in
Ruben
the second half.
Scamarin, bro. Wallahi, we're losing to Ruben Amarin, bro. How dare you? How dare you? Losing to Ruben Amarin's AC Milan. How? How? Cave. How? Look at this football. I didn't see this. I didn't see this. Where's this football when I was watching United? They're tearing us apart. I can't believe this, guys. They're tearing us apart. I didn't see this football. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe this, man. This is a joke, fam. Chikwueze, bro. Chikwueze. What did I do to you, man? This is madness, man. We're getting cooked by Amarin ball. We've not played well the whole game. Yo, man.
It's
The way
Man United.
they're bopping it around.
You guys know what
They
Man
want to
United
bopping it
needs, right?
around, bro.
You guys need
From
what
the
Man
off, I have
United
to be
needs.
honest. They've been a better team. They've been the better team, guys. This is a joke, man. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe we're getting cooked by Amarin ball. The players are letting him have a. Is this pre-agreed? I'm starting to think, is this pre-agreed by the players? Have the players pre-agreed
Since
for
this
this
be
game
agreed.
to be like this? It's like they feel sorry for him. It's like certain players still think he's the manager.
I still think he's a
Dallow's
manager.
there.
That is
Oh my
funny.
God, I didn't forgot Dallow's on the pitch. I forgot Dallow's on the pitch. Obrigado.
Diego Dalot,
Oh
huh?
my God. I can't believe this rubbish, man. How are you just airing my super chat? Bro, apologies, man. I'm worried Carlos knows best 11. I think I missed a super chat as well.
It's not over yet, guys. Just
This is
wait.
a man.
Just
We've
wait till
not
the
looked
fourth
good the
goal
whole
comes.
game, though, man. I'll be
Look,
real with you. This is the
guys,
worst I've
just
seen
keep
United
watching.
play.
Watch
The
Saeed.
worst I've seen
Keep
United
watching
play.
Saeed when
I
the
said it from
fourth
the
game
off.
shows
Look at
up,
this. Look at
guys.
this.
Look,
Lissandro can't get back. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is through. He's through. He's got to square it to make it 4-2. I'm out of here. Khalas. Fucking you fucking idiot. You fucking shit.
you look at Ruben. You know
Fucking
Ruben Amorim is
idiot.
laughing, right? You know Ruben Amorim is laughing, bro. Ruben Amorim is laughing,
I can't
chat.
even shout anymore, man. I can't even shout, man. The missus having a nap. I can't even shout anymore, man. I don't have the luxury to shout anymore. I can't shout anymore, guys. She's having a nap.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
says his wife is having a nap. Can't shout anymore
oh,
for his wife.
I
Yeah,
can't
by
do
the way,
this,
Saeed
bro.
got married, guys.
Amarin.
This guy Saeed, he got married.
Oh my god. Oh, we're getting bought by Amarin. Amarin Ball. He's bopping us. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
What the?
Let me tell you guys what Man United need, guys. Let me just tell you what you guys might know. Man United needs a new left back. Man United need a left back, right back, and possibly at the very least a DM. I want you guys to keep in mind though, guys. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty as well. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty, and that was very huge by Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty, man. Bruno Fernandes, you cannot afford to be missing a penalty, man. Gonzalo Ramos had 2 assists for AC Milan. Chico Eze also had 2 assists for AC Milan, right? Playing a 3-4-2-1 formation. Um, I think this is gonna be interesting. At first, I thought that Ruben Amorim was not is not going to be able to play a good football, but maybe he can. Maybe he can make AC Milan do something, right? He can make them be something. There's still going to be a lot of struggle going on. Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty is very huge, man. Because if Bruno Fernandes had scored that penalty, it would have been maybe 3-2, right? The scoreline would not look bad. It would have been 3-2, and the scoreline would not look bad. Manchester United, Michael Carrick, Ineos they need to get a DM. They need a number six, whether it's a sitting number six or not. And they have to also get a left back. They got to buy a fullback, bro. Man United need a fullback and a DM. They must get that, or else it's not going to be looking good, bro. It's not going to be looking good at all. We'll see what happens with Man United. We'll see what happens with Manchester United. For me, I don't really care. I kept saying this. They have a lot that they have to deal with. Santos came off in the 61st minute. The game was 2-2. The game was 2-2 when Santos came off the game. 2-2. As soon as Santos came off, all of a sudden AC Milan scored 2 goals. Bang, bang, bang. Wrap this shit up, man. Let's go home. Come on. What the hell is going on with Man United, bro? Who was the substitution for Santos? That's what I want to know. I want to know who was the substitution for Santos. Who substituted for Santos? Who did Carrick bring on to replace Santos? Because that matters. Well, he did take off a lot of players, did a lot of switching. Yeah, Kobe Mainu for Andrew Santos. That's not good, man. Tillermans cannot play the six as well as Andrew Santos. And Kobe Manu is a defensive liability, man. Kobe Manu is a defensive liability. That is something that has to be done. He's nice when it comes to being that connector and being able to, give those passes, hold the ball and retain the ball and give those passes. But the guy is not athletic. He's a technical player. He has no pace and no physicality to his game the way Andre Santos have. Man United is gonna suffer for a very long time if they don't find a way to get a six that could be on the bench or a proven number six that could start. Get Kone, the guy from Roma. Get Kone from AC from Roma in the Serie A. Try to see if you can get Kamavinga or maybe Chouameni. Well, Chouameni signed a new contract. AC Milan right now, Manchester United has been way too fucking stingy with their money, bro. They're being way too fucking stingy. For my United to lose to Ruben Amorim is a disgrace. It's a complete disgrace. It's an embarrassment, bro. The reason why Luke Shaw was able to play so many games for Man United last season is because of the one game a week. The one game a week is the reason why Luke Shaw could play. You take him off, you you have this guy play in 4 competitions, and you want to go farther in each of these competitions. Luke Shaw is gonna break down. He cannot be your starting and only quarterback. Your starting only left back. Yes, Patrick Dogo was meant to be that left back, but now he's been moved to a left winger. So which one is it? Is Patrick Dogo your left back or your winger? Because if you have Patrick Dogo as a winger, that means you need another left back. Manchester United gotta get their shit together, bro. Ineos, you gotta get your shit together, brother. Because it's just gonna be looking bad. It's not gonna be looking good at all. Obviously, Lisandro Martinez is not back yet. I think he's injured, right? Delete, my goodness, Delete is gonna be out for a while, man. Ugarte, Benjamin Sesko, Mason Mount. Martinez came on and still considered those 2 goals, so that's a problem right there. Marcus Rashford came on at the 61st minute as well. You know, who did Rashford come on for? Ahmad or Cunha? Either way it goes, it's not looking good, man. For Manchester United, it is not looking good at all. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes on from there, man. We'll see where it goes on from there. Anyway, right now, in the meantime, chat, we're gonna move on. Well, I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna play a little bit of the Mourinho documentary, right, for YouTube, and then after that, we're moving. I'm gonna be moving on, guys. Okay, gonna play a little bit of the Mourinho documentary, and then we'll move on. I am excited for this. I'm sure you guys know about Jose Mourinho and documentary that he got going on. So I'm just gonna play a little bit. All right, all right, guys. I like the fact that they not good at all. But for so long that I'm remembering all this. I've been watching football since like 2005, bro.